My rebellious 16-year-old daughter screamed, "I wish you were dead. Mom's new boyfriend is my real dad." I said calmly, "Noted, sweetheart." So I start acting like dead. 3 days later, she is begging me to return back to normal. I, 44 male, have been divorced from my ex-wife Melissa for 8 years. We have a daughter, Amanda, 16, who I've raised mostly on my own since the divorce. Melissa moved across the country for her dream job and sees Amanda maybe twice a year. Last week, everything exploded. Amanda has been dating this guy Jason, 17, who I don't approve of. Kid's got a record for shoplifting, skips school constantly, drives like a maniac, and treats my daughter like crap. I told her she couldn't go to some house party with him last Friday. Standard parent stuff, right? She went nuclear. Started screaming about how I'm ruining her life, how I don't understand her, the usual teenage dramatics. Then she dropped the bomb. "I wish you were dead. At least Mom's new boyfriend Timothy understands me. He's more of a dad to me than you'll ever be. I can't wait until I'm 18 and can live with them." I just looked at her. Didn't yell, didn't argue, just said, "Noted, sweetheart." She stormed off to her room, probably expecting me to chase after her like I usually do. But something in me just snapped. Not in an angry way, more like a switch flipped. If she wants me dead, I'll give her exactly what she asked for. Since Saturday morning, I've been acting like I don't exist in her life. Dead people don't make breakfast, so she's been having to figure that out herself. Dead people don't give rides, so she's been taking the bus. Dead people don't pay for things, so when she asked for money for lunch, I just stared through her like she wasn't there. Dead people definitely don't pay for unlimited data plans, Spotify Premium, or Netflix accounts. She thought it was a joke at first, kept trying to get reactions. "Dad, this is stupid." "Dad, come on." "Dad, nothing." I just go about my day like she's not there. I make dinner for one. I watch TV alone. When she talks, I don't even glance her way. My phone's been blowing up from Melissa since this morning. Apparently Amanda called her crying using the landline. But hey, dead people don't answer phones either. Is this petty? Maybe. But I'm tired of being the only parent who gives a damn while being told I'm not good enough. Update 1 to answer some questions. Yes, I'm still feeding her. There's food in the fridge. She just has to make it herself. No, I'm not neglecting her. I'm just not engaging. So here's what happened today. Amanda tried to break my resolve by bringing Jason over. I guess she thought I'd have to acknowledge him as a guest. Nope. I walked right past both of them in the living room, made myself a sandwich in the kitchen, and went to my home office. I could hear her explaining to Jason that I was being psycho and ignoring her for no reason. The kid actually had the nerve to knock on my office door and tell me I was being immature. I didn't even look up from my laptop. But here's where it gets interesting. Melissa called my sister Stephanie, and Stephanie came over to talk sense into me. Now, Stephanie knows the whole story. She's been my rock through everything, with Melissa leaving and basically abandoning Amanda while playing fun mom twice a year. Stephanie walks in, sees Amanda on the couch looking miserable, and says, "Oh honey, why the long face? I thought you'd be happy now that your dad's dead to you." Amanda starts crying. "Aunt Stephanie, make him stop." Stephanie just shrugs. "Make who stop? I don't see anyone doing anything to you." Amanda runs to her room. Stephanie high-fives me and says she's proud of me for finally standing up for myself. We had coffee. Well, I had coffee, she had wine, and she filled me in on the texts Melissa's been sending her. Apparently Melissa's boyfriend Timothy, who's only met Amanda 3 times, told Melissa that I'm emotionally abusing Amanda and they're considering options. Stephanie told Melissa maybe she should try being a parent for once instead of letting her boyfriend play daddy to a kid he doesn't know. The best part, Amanda's phone got shut off today for non-payment. See, I've been paying for her phone, but the account is in my name. Dead people can't authorize payments, so when the autopay failed, I canceled it. The service got suspended. She had to use the house phone to call her friend Rebecca. I heard her complaining about how insane I'm being, and how she didn't mean it like that, when she said she wished I was dead. Too late now, sweetheart. Update 2. The entitlement is real, y'all. This morning, Amanda missed the bus because she's used to me waking her up. She came downstairs at 8:45, School starts at 8:05, and found me drinking coffee and reading news on my tablet. Dad, why didn't you wake me up? I'm late. Nothing, not even a glance. She started getting frantic. This isn't funny anymore. I have a chemistry test. Still nothing. She actually stood in front of me, waving her hands in my face. I just moved my tablet to the side and kept reading. She stormed off, and I heard her calling Melissa from the house phone. 20 minutes later, she comes back down in tears. Mom says if you don't drive me to school right now, she's calling her lawyer. I almost laughed. Melissa hasn't paid child support in 2 years. But sure, call your lawyer. Amanda ended up having to walk to school. It's only a mile and a half, perfectly safe neighborhood. I watched from the window as she stomped down the driveway with her backpack, probably cursing my existence. Around noon, I get a call from the school. I don't answer, but they leave a voicemail. Amanda tried to buy lunch, but her account was empty. I usually load it up every Monday. The cafeteria lady let her charge it this once, but she needs to add funds. Then the real chaos started. Melissa actually flew in. She showed up at my door at 3 p.m. with Timothy. This dude is exactly what you'd expect. Trying to look younger than his 38 years with a backwards cap and designer jeans. Melissa's lost weight, done something to her face, and is wearing clothes meant for someone Amanda's age. Brian, open this door right now. We need to talk about what you're doing to my daughter. I'm sitting in the living room, clearly visible through the window, just reading a book. Timothy starts pounding on the door. Hey man, be an adult and talk to us. I turned the page. They stayed out there for 45 minutes. Melissa went from demanding to pleading to threatening. Timothy went from tough guy to trying to peer through windows to actually suggesting they call the police. Amanda got home from school, had to walk again, and found them on the porch. The look on her face was priceless, like she didn't expect her mom to actually show up. Mom, what are you doing here? Baby, I'm here to fix this. Your dad has lost his mind. We're gonna stay at a hotel and figure out our options. Amanda looks at me through the window. I'm still reading, acting like there's nobody outside. Dad, please. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean it. Nothing. Melissa grabs Amanda's arm. Come on, sweetie, pack a bag. You're coming with us until your father stops this ridiculous behavior. But here's the thing, Amanda didn't tell Mommy Dearest. She's on academic probation for missing too many classes, sneaking out with Jason. If she misses more school without a valid excuse, she gets expelled. Amanda tries to explain this to Melissa, who waves it off. We'll call the school. Timothy knows people on the school board. Timothy, who's met Amanda 3 times, nods like he's got pull in a school district he's never lived in. They left with Amanda, who looked back at the house like she was hoping I'd stop them. I didn't. Stephanie came over an hour later with Chinese food and wine. They won't last 2 days in a hotel room together, she predicted. Melissa can barely handle Amanda for a weekend, let alone full-time. We'll see. Update 3. Stephanie was wrong. They didn't last 2 days. They lasted exactly 18 hours. Amanda showed up at 7:30 this morning with Melissa and Timothy. I was making breakfast for one, obviously, when I heard the car door slam. They didn't knock this time. Melissa used the emergency key, guess she still had it, and they all walked in like they owned the place. Brian, this ends now, Melissa announced. Amanda has something to say to you. Amanda looked exhausted. Her eyes were puffy, hair messy. Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Please, can we just go back to normal? I put my single plate of eggs and bacon on the table and started eating. Timothy stepped forward. Listen here, buddy. That's when Amanda snapped, but not at me. Shut up, Timothy. You don't even know me. Stop acting like you're my dad. The room went silent except for my fork against the plate. Melissa's face went red. Amanda, apologize to Timothy right now. He drove all the way here. I don't care, Amanda screamed. You dragged me to that gross hotel where you guys fought all night. You don't even know what classes I'm taking. You didn't know I had a chemistry test. You didn't know about my probation. You don't know anything. She turned to me, tears streaming. Dad knows. Dad knows I hate pickles on my burgers. Dad knows I need exactly 2 creams in my coffee. Dad knows I get panic attacks during thunderstorms. Dad knows my favorite show is The Office, even though I tell everyone it's Euphoria. Dad knows me. But I told him I wished he was dead. I told him Timothy was my real dad. Her voice broke. And now he won't even look at me. Melissa tried to intervene. Baby, we can work this out. No. Amanda cut her off. You left. You left when I was 8. You call maybe once a month. You send money for my birthday, when you remember. Last year you sent it 2 weeks late. She pulled out a crumpled piece of paper. Turns out she'd written me a letter at the hotel. Her handwriting was shaky. Dad, I know you probably won't read this because dead people can't read. But I need you to know I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was mad about Jason and the party, and I said the worst thing I could think of. But I didn't mean it. You're not perfect. You're strict and you worry too much, and you still cut the crusts off my sandwiches, even though I tell you I'm not 5 anymore. But you're here. You've always been here. When I got my first period and was too embarrassed to buy pads, you just showed up with like 10 different brands and chocolate. When I failed my driving test, you said it was okay, and we went for ice cream. When Jason was being a jerk to me last month, you didn't say I told you so. You just let me cry and made me mac and cheese at 11 p.m. I'm sorry I said Timothy was my real dad. He asked me what grade I was in, my grade. He bought me a gift card to Justice. Justice. I'm 16. Please don't be dead anymore, please. She set the letter on the table next to my plate. Melissa was sputtering. Amanda, I've been building a life for us. For us? Amanda laughed bitterly. You've been building a life for you. With Timothy, in your perfect condo where kids aren't allowed to visit more than 2 weeks at a time. Yeah, Dad told me about your HOA rules. Timothy looked uncomfortable. Melissa, maybe you should leave, Amanda said. Both of you, this is my house, with my dad, and you're not welcome here anymore. The silence was deafening. Melissa grabbed her purse. Fine, when you're ready to apologize and be reasonable, you know where to find me. They left. Amanda stood there, shaking. I finished my breakfast, washed my dish, put it away. Then I looked at my daughter, really looked at her for the first time in 5 days. There's cereal in the pantry. Don't forget you have school. It wasn't much, but the relief on her face was everything. She hugged me. I didn't hug back yet, but I didn't push her away either. I know I have a lot to prove, she whispered. I know, but I'll do whatever it takes. We'll see. Final update. It's been a weekend of revelations. Saturday morning, Amanda was up at 7 a.m. making breakfast. Burned eggs and soggy toast, but she tried. She's been doing her own laundry, cleaning without being asked, and hasn't mentioned Jason once. But the real drama came from an unexpected source. Melissa called Stephanie in a rage on Saturday night. Apparently Timothy broke up with her. He said the whole incident opened his eyes to the fact that she'd essentially abandoned her kid, and he didn't sign up for baby mama drama. The dude who wanted to play daddy for a teenager he'd met 3 times couldn't handle one night of actual parenting. Melissa, in her infinite wisdom, decided this was somehow my fault. She called Stephanie screaming about how I'd ruined her relationship, then turned Amanda against her. Stephanie, being Stephanie, put her on speaker so Amanda and I could hear the whole thing. He was marriage material, Stephanie. Do you know how hard it is to find a good man at my age? And Brian ruined it with his little stunt. Brian didn't do anything. He gave Amanda exactly what she asked for. This is parental alienation. Is it? Because I'm pretty sure parental alienation requires, actual parenting first. The call ended with Melissa threatening legal action and Stephanie laughing so hard she spilled wine on my couch. Sunday was quiet. Amanda and I didn't talk much, but we existed in the same space. She did homework at the kitchen table while I paid bills. She made us both coffee, got my 2 creams right. We watched The Office together after dinner, her choice, not mine. Then this morning happened. I'm working from home when I hear a car pull up. It's Jason. In his beat-up Honda with the loud exhaust. Amanda comes downstairs, sees him through the window, and her face goes pale. I didn't invite him, she says quickly. I swear, Dad. I didn't. I watch as she goes outside. I can't hear the conversation, but I can see it. He's gesturing wildly, pointing at the house, at her, getting in her space. She's backing away, shaking her head. Then he grabs her arm. I'm outside before I even realize I'm moving. Get your hand off my daughter. They both freeze. Amanda starts crying, relief I think. Jason puffs up. Oh, now you want to talk? Amanda's been telling everyone how you've been ignoring her like a psycho. And yet here you are at my house, grabbing my daughter after she told you to let go. That's assault, son. I ain't your son. No, you're not. You're a 17-year-old with a truancy problem and a criminal record who thinks he can manipulate my daughter because she's vulnerable. But see, she's not vulnerable anymore. She's got her dad, and her dad's very much alive. I look at Amanda. You want him here? She shakes her head. No, I broke up with him Thursday. He won't accept it. You heard her. Leave. Don't come back. Don't call. Don't text. Don't drive by. Nothing. He looks at Amanda. This is BS, Amanda. You know you want. I want you to leave, Amanda says firmly. I was stupid. I was so stupid. But I'm done. He slams his car door and peels out, probably trying to look tough but just sounding like the child he is. Amanda and I stand in the driveway for a moment. I'm proud of you, I finally say. She starts sobbing. Not pretty tears, ugly, snotty crying. I'm so sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry. I was horrible. I was so horrible to you. Yeah, I agree. You were. She laughs through her tears. You're supposed to say it's okay. It's not okay. What you said hurt. Bad, but we're gonna work through it. Even the Timothy thing? Especially the Timothy thing. That was messed up, Amanda. I know. God, I know. He tried to give me dating advice at the hotel. About Jason. He said I should give the boy a chance to prove himself. The boy with the criminal record? Right? And Mom just sat there nodding like he was some kind of parenting expert. She doesn't even know Jason's last name. We go inside. I make us both coffee. Hers with 1 cream, 1 sugar, just how she likes it. So what happens now, she asks. Now you're grounded for 2 weeks for the party thing. No phone, no going out, no friends over. She nods. Fair. And you're going to write apology letters to Aunt Stephanie for putting her in the middle, to your mom for embarrassing her in front of Timothy, even though she deserved it, and to yourself. To myself? For dating someone who treats you like property. You're worth more than that. She tears up again. What about you? Don't I owe you an apology letter? No, you owe me something better. You owe me the truth, always. Even when you're mad. Even when you hate me. Even when you think I'm ruining your life. The truth. Not wishes for me to be dead. I can do that. Good. Also, you're getting a flip phone until you can pay for half of a smartphone plan. Dad. Dead people don't pay for iPhones, Amanda. I may be alive again, but I'm not stupid. She groans but nods. Yeah, okay, fair. As I write this, she's upstairs doing homework. Melissa has called 6 times. I haven't answered. Stephanie sent me a text that just says, Brother of the Year. I don't know if I handled this right. My own dad would have just beat my ass for talking like that. But I'm not my dad, and Amanda's not me. We're figuring it out as we go. She'll be okay. We'll be okay. And Timothy, according to Melissa's latest voicemail, he's already dating someone new. A 28-year-old yoga instructor with no kids. Perfect. Edit. To everyone saying I'm Father of the Year, I'm not. I'm just a dad who hit his breaking point and got lucky it worked out. To the people saying I'm abusive, maybe think about what it's like to be the only parent who gives a damn for 8 years just to be told you're worth less than some random dude who doesn't even know your kid's grade level. Amanda, it's brought me a sandwich for lunch, turkey and Swiss, no pickles, just how I like it. We're gonna be okay.